Well, we're glad to be back with you on the National Real Estate Cafe with Don Gatling and Gino Franti, which you get your daily dose of real estate market updates and so much more.
Yep. So today it's going to focus a little more on California, but only to prove a point, right, Don?
Yes.
All right.
We're going to talk about, let's go to this first slide. We're going to talk about FHA loans. Only this is our theme this week, I guess you can call it.
Yep.
Basically, FHA is a government-backed loan that gives you an opportunity to get in with less money and more flexibility.
Right. And what it looks like is FHA loans are starting to be used a little bit more as the months go by. And there's reasons for that. And I think you mentioned it a few days ago, Don, is that because prices are going up, it's difficult to have the savings for a down payment. So somebody that had 5% down for a conventional loan last year may only have 3.5% down now at the purchase prices we're at today with affordability.
Well, the other piece, too, that FHA allows you is flexibility with the debt-to-income ratios. For a standard conventional loan, in most cases, around 45%, whereas FHA, you can go up above, let's just say 55, maybe 57.
Maybe 57.5. Anyways.
So there's more flexibility with that.
Yeah, so there are some areas that are benefiting from this and areas we're seeing a tremendous amount of use. So let's take a look at some of these here in California.
Of the top 10.
Yeah, so
hottest markets for FHA, Bakersfield.
Well, this is interesting because this was supposed to be a nationwide report, yet we had 3 or 4 here in California, so that's why we're looking at these. So Bakersfield, just sometimes people joke with us and they call us South Bakersfield here in Valencia where we're at. We're pretty close to this, Don.
Well, just because we're over the hill from L.A., even though we're L.A. County, but Bakersfield, we can see it's a right price point for Bakersfield. I mean, FHA sells 27.6% of their
That
sales.
is a big number. 27% of all transactions.
Average is 15% or so.
Right, so that's well above the average. Let's take a look at another one.
All right.
Visalia.
Visalia is, yeah, Porterville. I actually been out there. Great golf course out there,
too, actually.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Again, we're heading more north, but it's Central California, and yes, they're utilizing a ton now, and
Merced, that's a little further up north. 32%. Wow.
That's huge.
Now, why do we bring this up? What we wanted to bring up is that these areas that are so hot with FHA loans are typically lower income areas. These are not the metropolitan
areas. And lower home
prices
in most cases.
Sure, definitely lower home prices, right? Because in the metros, you've got all this price pressure. So let's just say, and I don't know what the actual average is here in L.A., but let's just say a common home in L.A. is going to be, what, $750?
Yeah, now.
It's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So you're probably not going to use an FHA loan, or the likelihood is going to reduce it, and you'll be on the lower end of the average curve. When an average home in Merced is probably $350, and it falls right in that sweet spot for FHA lending.
So if you're thinking about buying your first home, FHA is a great option. Talk to a real mortgage professional. Careful online. You need a professional that's going to guide you for one of the biggest purchases of your life, the biggest asset of your life, but also the biggest debt of your life.
And one warning here. If you're going to a credit union, ask them, do you offer FHA loans? Because if they don't offer it, they won't compare the difference in benefits and pros and cons of conventionals to FHAs, and they'll only offer you conventional.
You should know all your options.
Make sure that whoever you're working with, that they offer FHA loans, and you'd like to look at it as one of your options.
Look at that. Great information right here in the National Real Estate Cafe. Hey, share these with your friends. Check us out on Facebook, and get these sent to your phone by texting NREC to the number 58885.